our big question is, how does peer pressure affect change? Our first slide is about Lord of the Flies, and this is our artwork that we had. What was it called? A visual. And this is probably Ralph blowing the conch shell on top of the mountain. And the sun symbolizes a spotlight because he wanted to be the leader and the head of I don't know what I want to call it. The clan, the head of the clan. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say?
And up top, the glasses is an allegorical symbol, and they represent Piggy and and the conch shell is another symbol because when you have it, it means you can talk.
This is another one of our artwork pictures, and it's well, it has glasses down here, and then he's holding the head of the pig, obviously, and then there's blood, and then it's representing how they killed the pig, and then Piggy, because the glasses had to do a big part of the whole entire book.
And he was the parent. He was the adult of the group.
The adult figure.
So that picture is representing them getting rid of the adult figure finally.
Yeah, and then the fire represents Piggy's glasses without asking, and then they started the fire and stuff.
Which is kind of a form of peer pressure because they all ganged up on him to get his glasses, and it he didn't want them to do that.
Yeah. These are just some random quotes. They all have to do with peer pressure. The one where it's kill the pig, cut his throat, kill the pig, bash him in. They were pressuring to kill the pig, and you really didn't want to.
The next one is Do Our Dance, Come On Dance, and that's they were all egging, or the little ones were egging the big Ralph and them to do the dance because they were happy that they killed the pig.
And then the next one is where it's because you've got to kill them, and so they wanted to kill the pig, and he didn't want to.
And then I hit him with my spear. I wounded him. They all relate to peer pressure because it's everyone was egging them on to kill the pig, and even though he may not have wanted to kill the pig, he wanted to please everyone.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
The quotes refer back to many situations that happened in the story, and when they were put under peer pressure. A lot of the boys were pressured by others to do things they didn't want to do, and were made to do things that weren't right. The want for power and superiority influenced many of their decisions.
That's another thing, they wanted one superpower, they wanted one big superpower, and that's why a lot of the problems started, because they all wanted that power, and
No one could decide.
yeah.
They couldn't
That's
come together. And
That's
work
why
as
the
a
peer
team.
pressure started happening, because they all wanted to be the leader of the group. They wanted to be in charge. This is a poem tonight, and this is just, it says, okay, it says, 50 years after the fact, painful memories intact, nightmares are recurring, massive appearing. Must survivors remain at their altar of pain, forever enduring unspeakable harmony, and will subside on the light other side, or go persisting into what we call the long world.
And we picked this poem just because obviously it has to do with night, and the whole book, or night was all about
It's just
describing how it was.
How they felt. In the story night, peer pressure was shown in many different ways, but one of the ways that peer pressure was shown is when the woman thought that she saw fire, and everyone in the cattle car just thought that she was crazy, so then they ended up beating her in front of her 10-year-old son. And then, but then they all realized that she wasn't crazy, and there actually was fire, and they kind of felt bad.
And then another reason is, it's not up here, but like how they all had to get their heads like shaved and they all had to look the same. That's kind of another form of peer pressure, I guess. They were all forced to like look the same way.
They couldn't be an individual person.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna put a last slide up there, but in the book tonight in Lord of the Flies, we learn that peer pressure affects the person in a negative way. And there's never really like, I don't know how to say it.
like, yeah, it's like in the stories, they never really resulted in a good thing.
Like peer pressure never resulted to be a positive.
Yeah, it was all negative. And,
If you've seen a lot of negative aspects due to peer pressure, just wondering, and you don't have to have planned this, that's okay, but I wonder, how do we avoid peer pressure then? How could have things maybe changed in these books that would alter those courses?
Maybe not letting, like in night, not letting like history repeat itself. But in Lord of the Flies, I guess maybe like teamwork. If everyone could come together and work as a team, then maybe there would be less peer pressure.
Okay. Any other comments or questions for this team? Very nice. Let's give them a round of applause, please.